My grandmama used to always tell me, when a woman sat on a man's lap, they having sex usually. That's Biggie. We're hearing the allegations with Puffy. I think those were some sexual demons.
Reggie Wright Jr. has accused Bad Boy Records of being a place of sexual demons. This is Fresh Hip Hop Opinion with your guy Oleezeh. Don't forget to subscribe. So we all know P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Brother Love has been in a lot of trouble in the last few weeks. But Reggie Wright Jr., former Death Row employee, he was actually the head of security and then ran the business when Suge Knight was in jail, has come out and he has been speaking on his platform. He's been saying that Biggie Smalls was also into that stuff because there's a picture out there with Biggie with a fan who at the time was 14 years old, and the picture was taken in Biggie's condo.
My grandmama used to always tell me, when a woman sat on a man's lap, they having sex usually. And that's Biggie. We're hearing the allegations with Puffy. I think that was going on around there. I think those were some sexual demons is what I give that was going on around Bad Boy Camp in the 90s. Just from the lawsuits and the statements of two people that was definitely around there as much as they were in the 90s, meaning Gene Deal, Mark Curry.
So by now we all know that Diddy's homes in LA, Miami and New York were raided. And former Bad Boy artist Mark Curry has spoken out and he said some crazy stuff. Check out what he said.
Let's talk. What's going on? 56 people in here. This is just what I like. Hey man, let's go. Hey man. Craig Mack and Black Rob did not live to see this moment. And this was a moment, like I'm telling you, Craig Mack was so furious with Puff. He hated Puff so much that I used to have to calm Craig down. Like, Craig, just chill out. Let's go record a couple of songs and, let's just chill out, man. We was on tour. We was like, yo, come on, man. We gonna make it work. He hated Puff. He hated Puff. Then I had Black Rob. He hated Puff. He not like hate Puff, like it's just, you be like, man, only thing we got, sometimes you realize the only thing we got is us. Now let me tell y'all something. Look at how many Bad Boy artists had to go to jail. And you be like, yo, we had to go to jail and was an artist on your label. So the whole time when he was in jail, and they was like, hey, ain't you Bad Boy from Bad Boy? Ain't you from, and people be, ain't you from now? People be, they seeing me, they be like, ain't you? And you be like, yo, people had to go to jail that worked with him. Shine, prison. Loon, prison. Rob, prison. Yo, man, I knew I ain't want to have nothing to do with it right when that was going on. I was like, okay, that's my calling. Everybody who want to be down with him is going down. And then I looked. And then I was like, yo, I'm starting to see what's going on. What I saw was, I was like, Mark, it was like, it's that nobody that's around him, or even that's around you, is willing to tell him how to humble himself. How to humble himself. Make sure y'all go get one of these books too. 66 people and 70 people, and go get a book. Go if you want to DM me and you can get one of them autographed. Let me know, because I'm trying to, I've been saying this right here for so long and people are just now getting on. I done wrote a whole Bible about this. It's like a hip hop Bible. You got to have one. Get two of them. keep one in your bathroom, and then keep one by your living room table. All right, so let's go. I'm like, yo, I've been saying this thing for so long, and then you got people. You got people, like I got people that's actually people around me, and you be like right now, how do I feel? How do I feel right now? Wow. I'm so amazed, man, that God works so fast. Like, even when you might think it's a lifetime, and it's really not a lifetime, it just happens. So when it happens, you be like, man, it's happening. And you, everything that people had to go through around you, you kind of facing it. Now, let me tell y'all one thing we're going to have to do. All right, this is from me straight to you. And somebody, today I was like, yo, you know, I pray for him. And then they was like, why would you pray for him? I be like, because even people, when they do wrong, you know, people who are sinners, you know, everybody needs prayer. So we can never stop praying for people. And so I believe in the power of prayer, so I always pray, and I be like, you know what? God, the same way that you can put this brother in that situation, show him a way that he can get out of it. And as long as, you know, a lot of people always want to talk about the problem, but they don't never have nothing to say about the solution. Problem is, we ain't got no money. Solution is, we need to get up and go do something. We, collectively as us, they be like, they thought we was just you when it came to you having to go hustle to get something. But anyhow, it's when you going through a thing and you say, okay, you know, I know when it's time for me to give back. I know when it's time for me to relax, right? And you be like, I know when it's time for me to call friends that I haven't spoken to in a while and say, hey, you know, we haven't talked. I called a friend of mine the other day for the first time in probably about 10 years. And I just picked up the phone and called him. He was like, yo, I've been waiting on this day for a long time. And I was like, what you mean? He was like, I've been waiting on you to pick up the phone and call me because I just didn't know if we were still friends. Like, I don't know if you remember the things that, you know, our childhood and how we grew up together. I was like, yo, I'll never forget that. Or how we grew up like that, I'll never forget that. But sometimes that's just, you know, what I feel I got to do to let that friend understand that, you know, like, I'm with you. You don't have to reach out to me for me to reach out, for us to communicate. Some people, if you don't pick up the phone sometimes and call somebody, if you don't do it, they'll never pick up the phone and call you. And then what happens is you'll never hear from that person ever again in life because they won't pick up the phone and call you. They feel like, yo, you know what? I'm not going to, you be like, yo, why every time I talk to you, I pick up the phone and call you? You don't never pick up the phone and call me. You got to look at this kind of stuff. Now, I've been telling Holmes, I said, Holmes is Diddy. I said, bro, listen, there's no way in the world you can keep going on in life being this big you and thinking that everybody around you is little. There's no big you and little me. That's what I used to always have to say. No, there ain't no big you, little me. Ain't none of that. Go get you some what? Man, ain't no big you, little me. Just because I come and I want to be an artist on your label don't mean that I got to conform and think like how you think and all of this. I got my own life. I got my own friends to hang out with, do my own thing. You understand? That's just how I go. And we don't like hanging out with you, actually. You understand? Because this is just business. I just want to do business with you, but I don't want to hang out with you. That's how I always was. I was like, I do business with you. I don't want to hang out with you, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like the way y'all party and stuff. I don't like the hours you go out. I don't like none of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like how y'all get down, period. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I was, and I just leave that there. But look, now, he said, why would you pray for him? Everybody needs prayer. So in this time right now, I pray that Yo, let me tell y'all another thing real fast before I get to that. I don't know if Puff is strong enough to go through what Bill Cosby and R. Kelly's going through. I'm being honest with you. I don't think that he's able to do it. And so I really think we need to pray for our brother, because you just don't want him to take the other route out. And some people do that. But when you look at it, you be like, how many people took that route out as a result of energy you created? It's like, yo, everything you've done is coming back to you. It's coming back on you. Everything, every way that it go, you got jail, you probably sitting there thinking about jumping off a building or flying you be like, damn, man. You be like, yo, it's playing on him with the pilot down. He got a pilot. The pilot, is he flying the plane by himself? That's what we want to know. Is he flying the plane by himself?
Yeah, fam. I mean, some of the things he said was stuff he's repeated in the past. But the thing he mentioned that a lot of people have started saying is Diddy isn't strong enough to take this type of pressure. Hopefully he is. Hopefully he don't do nothing crazy. But he mentioned that he doesn't believe he can do what R. Kelly and Bill Cosby did and take it and be locked up.
I don't know all the details, but I've been praying for him and his family, and he's my friend for 30 years.
Fat Joe and Tyrese speak on the whole Diddy situation. This is Fresh Hip Hop Opinion with your guy Oleezeh. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to play you a couple clips here. Firstly, Fat Joe, who was asked about the whole Diddy situation. I got his response. And then I'm going to play you the Tyrese clip afterwards.
When you see what you see, somebody that we've worked with in the industry for a long time going through what Diddy's going through right now.
What I can say in the most respectful way is I don't know all the details, but I've been praying for him and his family, and he's my friend for 30 years. And so I'm never, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just see what the outcome is, and I'm praying that the best thing for him and his family and everybody involved. So I'm not disrespecting nobody, but I'm just praying for this whole situation, this nightmare.
No,
praying
bad,
it goes
bro.
away.
We've talked about it from the obviously.
Yeah, but yo,
internet.
bro, let's move on from that, man. You got that. You're the only person who got Fat Joe to say that, right? Let's move on.
I understand. It is not a pleasant subject.
It's uncomfortable.
It is not a pleasant subject.
It's uncomfortable.
Now it seems like there's so much shit coming across our timelines that we just don't care anymore. We don't care. So I don't want anyone to confuse me last night before I went to sleep, I was praying. I found myself praying for Diddy's kids. I was thinking about Justin and Christian Combs and thinking about the twins who go to school with my daughter. My daughter and his twins have been at pretty much every birthday party. And then I'm just thinking to myself, see, a lot of people will go after Diddy, beat him down for whatever he's either did or being accused of, allegedly. And then it's all about him, right? And I was thinking about the family. I was thinking about the kids. I was thinking about the stress of yesterday. I went home and all of a sudden I'm in handcuffs at the house. It's just trying my best to see things through the lens of the kids, not just him specifically. And then I wanted him to know, irregardless of what he's being accused of and going through, as Minister Louis Farrakhan said, when a man is down, don't laugh at him. Don't make a mockery of him. Don't beat him down. Don't beat him down with your words. You don't have to agree with what somebody did. You don't have to even want to be associated with what somebody did. But everybody deserves prayer.